Dear learners, today we are going to study this recrystallization technique, that is purification of solid organic compounds. Upon completion of this presentation, students are able to understand what is meant by recrystallization, the classwares and the chemicals required for this recrystallization of solid organic compounds, then steps involved in this recrystallizations and the problems encountered during this recrystallization. The glasswares required for this techniques are first conical flask, beaker, tripod stand, then funnel, this filter paper, glass rod, then burner, and this water bath. The chemicals is useful for this recrystallization. Basically, first activated charcoal, which is required for coloring solutions. Solvents used for recrystallization. This basically depends upon the solute. It must be comparatively insoluble in the solvent at room temperature, but much more soluble in the solvents at elevated temperature. And the solute whose recrystallization to be done. This is a fluted paper, and the steps involved in this preparation of filter paper is first this round filter paper fold into two half, then second fold, and the cone is useful, or put this filter paper cone in the stemless funnel. I repeat again, this funnel is most this funnels are stemless funnels are used for this recrystallization. This is very important. Why, we will see in the next. Then principle behind this recrystallization, the major principle is it works only when the proper solvent is used, and the solute must be comparatively insoluble in the solvent at room temperature, but much more soluble in the solvent at elevated temperature. This recrystallization is nothing but the amount of solute that can be dissolved by a solvent in an increase with temperature is the principle behind the same. In this recrystallization, the solute has greatly increased the solubility in the solvent, so much smaller quantity of hot solvent is needed than when the solvent is at the room temperature. And after this cooling and after filtering out the insoluble impurities, the amount of solid that remains dissolved drops precipitously. At the cold temperature, the solution is saturated at much lower concentration of solute, which can later which be collected. The solute that can no longer be retained in the solution forms purified crystal of the solute, which can collect later. This is the basic principle behind this recrystallization. The steps involved in this recrystallization is the first selection of solvent. In this selection of solvent, if the solvent is not specified, you will need to taste a variety of solvents to determine what will work best for the solute you are trying to recrystallize. Particularly, this tasting can be used by putting a small amount of your solute in a small test tube. In this test tube, place 2 to 3 ml of your potential solvent. If the substance dissolve at room temperature with stirring, the solvent should be discarded as a potential recrystallization solvent. If the sample doesn't dissolve at room temperature, place the test tube in hot water bath and stir the contents. If the substance partly dissolve, and additional solvent and continue the stirring. If the substance dissolve fully, take away it from heat associated degrade place in the ice water bath. If the crystals do not form, try to scratch within the test tube with stirring with glass rod. If the crystal form, you have found associate degree acceptable recrystallization solvent. For example, when we use this s- selection of solvent, or this procedure is very important. First step, first you take the solute and the solvent, potential solvent, in test tube. If it is totally soluble in the solvent, that solute is soluble in totally soluble in particular solvent, discard this, it is not suitable for the recrystallization. You can try for next uh, solvent for this particular solute. If the sample doesn't dissolve at room temperature, place the test tube at boiling water bath, and if it dissolve, partly dissolve, and add again a solvent and continue the stirring. Filter it out, cool it. If the crystals are not formed, then scratch this solvent by using this glass rod, and the crystals are generated. This is the suitable solvent for your solute. This is the criteria for selection of solvent. Generally, this water, ethanol, acetone, ethyl acetate, chloroform is used for this recrystallization, and sometimes the combination is also used for this recrystallization. The second one is dissolving the solute. To the crushed or ground solute in flask, especially Erlenmeyer flask is used for this particular step. Add a solvent, heat the mixture to reach the boiling point of solvent. Add more solvent as it is necessary to obtain a hot saturated solution, or it is called as a clear solution. This is the second step for crystallization. The solute is dissolves or dissolving this solute in the solvent. Third step is decolorizing the solution. If the solution is colored, add the decolorizing carbon. It is called as activated charcoal, and then heat it further to boiling for maximum 2 minutes, taking care to squirrel the solution to prevent the bumping. For the step, decolorizing agent is used if the solution is colored. It will absorb the color impurities. The fourth step is filtration. Filter the solution while it is hot, slowly in the wide bottomed container. It is conical flask. Add hot solvent if crystallization begins in the funnel. Keep the collected filtrate aside for cooling at room temperature. Filtration should be done while the solution or solvent is hot in nature. The next step is crystallization of solute. Let the hot saturated solution cool gradually to the room temperature. Do not disturb the solution. If it is necessary, cool it in the ice bath. If the crystallization does not occur, scratch the inside of the flask or add the seed crystals at this step. Then collection and washing of crystals. Collect the obtained crystals by filtering by using the funnel or Buckner funnel. First, wet the filter paper with solvent, then apply vacuum and add the crystal containing solution. Once the solvent disappears in on the filtrate, add a small volume of cold wash solvent and continue to apply vacuum. Next step is drying of these crystals. Drying should be done by using this desiccator, or remove the obtained crystals from the filter paper and spread them on the watch glass to dry. Place it in the desiccator for drying purpose. These are the steps for recrystallization. This is the again schematic representation of steps for recrystallization or process of recrystallization. The first step is selection of proper solvent, dissolving the impure compound in the hot solvent, decolorizing the clear solution by activated charcoal, then filtration of hot solution, cooling of the solution to induce the crystallization, and collecting, washing, and drying obtain crystals. What to do if crystals don't form? if the crystals are not generated after this process. So the firstly, the solution should be cooled in ice bath. The first, if the crystals don't form upon slow cooling of solution to room temperature, there are variety of procedures you can adopt to perform to stimulate their formation of the crystals. The first is cool in the ice bath. Then slow cooling of solution leads to slow formation of crystals, and slower crystals forms, the more pure they are. The rate of crystallization shows as room temperature. If the crystals are not generated still by using this ice bath, then scratch this solvent by using this glass rod. I repeat again, if no crystals form even after the solution has been cooled in the ice bath, take a fire polished stirring rod or each scratch the glass of your beaker. Then if both the methods of nucleation causes very rapid crystallization which can lead to the formation of impure crystals. Still this crystal will not form if there is a large excess of solvent is the particular reason for this no generation of these crystals. So you evaporate the solvent, the portion of solvent may need to be removed, and this can be accomplished by heating the solution for a period of time in order to evaporate this some solvent. The three steps to how the crystals are generated, if the crystals are not generated by using this steps, the first one is the solution or filtrate is to be cooled in ice bath. If still it crystals are not generated, then use the glass rod to scratch this uh, solution or solvent to form the impure crystals. Still the crystals are not generated, so excess solvent is there. If then evaporate this excess solvent. These are the three steps or solutions to form these crystals if the crystals are not generated by using this routine procedure of crystallization. If the stem of funnel is long, it can create the problem of forming crystals in the stem only. So stem will be cutted by funnel. The funnel which is used, that is not having a stem, if there are three problems encountered during the recrystallization. So that problems are, first, the compound crystallize on the filter paper in funnel during the hot filtration. This is because the solubility of solute decreases rapidly with the temperature. With this temperature and slight cooling during this hot filtration causes precipitation of the solid even though use of hot funnel. Those, to solve this problem, use more than minimum amount of solvent and then evaporate of excess before cooling. I repeat again, the first problem is the crystals are generated in pure crystals are generated on filter paper in funnel during the hot filtration. This is because the solubility of the solute decreases rapidly with the temperature and the slight cooling during the hot filtration causes precipitation of the solid. To solve this problem, you must use the more than minimum amount of solvent and then evaporate excess of solvent before the cooling. The second problem encountered during this recrystallization is the compound does not recrystallize. There are two reasons: use too much of solvent, so evaporate of one solvent before cooling, or it have form a super saturated solution and need to seed or scratch the solution. This is very important. If the super saturated solution is generated, so you must need to seed or scratch this solution. And the third one is the compound precipitate as oil. This is the one more problem generally associated while doing this recrystallization step. The oil is formed. This is because the compound with the low melting points often come out of concentrated solution above their melting point. In such a cases, more solvent should be added and the compound redissolved and cooled so that precipitation is retarded to the temperature at which the crystalline solid comes out of the solution. And this is also solved by scratching the hot solution as it cools and can prevent this oiling out. Scratching is the very important part while these are not crystals are not generated. This is regarding the experiment or purification of solid as a recrystallization step. Thank you.